Today our topic is the art of saying no, a Stoic perspective. Saying no is one of the hardest things to do in life. We often feel pressure to say yes to everything, to people, to opportunities, to obligations. We say yes because we want to be liked, because we fear missing out, or because we think it's the right thing to do. But saying yes to everything can lead to stress, exhaustion, and losing control of our own lives. The Stoic philosophers, who lived thousands of years ago, understood this problem deeply. They taught us that saying no is not just a skill but an art, and mastering it can bring us peace, clarity, and freedom. Let's explore how Stoicism can help us learn the art of saying no. First, let's understand why saying no is so hard. Often, it's because we care too much about what others think. We worry that if we say no, people will be upset, disappointed, or angry with us. We fear rejection or being seen as selfish. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control how others feel or react. What we can control is our own actions and decisions. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "Some things are in our control and some things are not." If someone gets upset because we say no, that is their reaction, not ours to manage. Our job is to make choices that align with our values and priorities, not to please everyone around us. Saying no is not about being rude or uncaring. It's about respecting our own time, energy, and boundaries. Another reason saying no is difficult is that we often confuse it with missing out. We think that if we say no to an opportunity, we might regret it later. But Stoicism reminds us that we cannot do everything, and trying to do so only spreads us too thin. The Stoic philosopher Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." When we say yes to everything, we end up wasting our time on things that don't truly matter to us. Saying no allows us to focus on what is meaningful and important. It helps us live intentionally rather than being pulled in every direction. By saying no to the things that don't align with our goals, we create space for the things that do. Stoicism also teaches us to be mindful of our own limits. We are not machines. We have a finite amount of time, energy, and resources. When we say yes to too many things, we risk burnout and lose the ability to fully enjoy or commit to anything. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius, who was also a Roman emperor, understood the importance of setting boundaries. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." By saying no, we exercise this power over our minds. We take control of our lives instead of letting others dictate how we spend our time. This doesn't mean we should never help others or take on responsibilities, but it does mean we should do so thoughtfully and within our capacity. One of the key principles of Stoicism is focusing on what truly matters. The Stoics believed in living a life of virtue, which means prioritizing wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. When we say yes to everything, we often lose sight of these virtues. We become distracted by trivial matters or things that don't contribute to our growth or well-being. Saying no helps us stay focused on our values and long-term goals. It allows us to live in alignment with our true selves, rather than being swayed by external pressures. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good person should be. Be one." Saying no is part of being a good person because it shows self-respect and integrity. It means we are honest about what we can and cannot do, and we don't overpromise or deceive others. Another important Stoic idea is the concept of Amor fati, which means loving your fate. This means accepting what happens in life and making the best of it. When we say no to something, we are not rejecting life. We are embracing it. We are choosing to focus on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. Saying no is a way of accepting our limitations and making peace with them. It's about understanding that we can't do everything and being okay with that. This mindset helps us avoid feelings of guilt or regret when we say no. Instead, We see it as a necessary and positive choice that allows us to live more authentically. Practicing the art of saying no also requires courage. It takes courage to stand up for ourselves, to set boundaries, and to prioritize our own needs. The Stoics believe that courage is one of the 4 cardinal virtues, along with wisdom, justice, and self-discipline. When we say no, we are exercising courage. We are choosing to face the discomfort of disappointing others or missing out in order to stay true to ourselves. This doesn't mean we should say no to everything or become selfish. It means we should say no when it's the right thing to do, when saying yes would compromise our values, health, or well-being. One practical way to apply Stoic principles to the art of saying no is to practice self-reflection. Before saying yes to something, ask yourself, does this align with my values and goals? Do I have the time and energy to do this well? Will saying yes bring me closer to the person I want to be? If the answer is no, then it's okay to say no. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-awareness and self-examination. By regularly reflecting on our choices, we can make better decisions and avoid overcommitting ourselves. As Seneca said, associate with people who are likely to improve you. Welcome those whom you are capable of improving. The process is mutual, for men learn while they teach. Saying no to things that don't serve us allows us to say yes to things that do, to relationships, activities, and opportunities that enrich our lives. Another Stoic practice that can help us say no is mindfulness. Mindfulness means being present in the moment and fully aware of our thoughts and feelings. When we are mindful, we can better recognize when we are feeling pressured or overwhelmed. We can pause before automatically saying yes and consider whether it's the right choice. Mindfulness also helps us stay calm and composed when saying no. It allows us to communicate our decision clearly and respectfully without feeling guilty or defensive. As Epictetus said, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Being mindful helps us stay true to ourselves and our priorities. Finally, it's important to remember that saying no is not a one-time event. It's a practice. We will face situations where saying no is difficult, and we may not always get it right. But each time we say no, we strengthen our ability to do so. We become more confident in our decisions and more comfortable with setting boundaries. The Stoics believed in the importance of continuous improvement and self-discipline. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. By practicing the art of saying no, we dye our souls with the color of self-respect, courage, and wisdom. We become the masters of our own lives, free from the burden of trying to please everyone or do everything. In conclusion, the art of saying no is a powerful tool for living a Stoic life. It helps us focus on what truly matters, set healthy boundaries, and stay true to our values. By saying no, we take control of our time, energy, and choices. We avoid burnout and create space for the things that bring us joy and fulfillment. Saying no requires courage, mindfulness, and self-reflection, but it is a skill worth mastering. As the Stoics taught us, the key to a good life is not in doing everything but in doing what is right and meaningful. So the next time you feel pressured to say yes, remember the wisdom of the Stoics and consider saying no. It might just be the most liberating and empowering choice you make.